Hello and welcome to Game Over Yeah, the video game podcast created by gamers for gamers with your hosts, Leon,
Dave,
Michael the Stag Beetle Stevens.
Oh yes.
yeah.
So
Welcome back.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Here
it's
we
like
are
forever.
again.
It does feel like a while. I suppose you haven't been. Have you been here for a bit? I'm not sure. I think you missed the last cast, wasn't it?
No,
You were there.
no. The last
You were.
cast
It was
we
the
were
one
here.
before, wasn't it? That was it. Yeah.
Yes, because it's 2 weekly now. 2 weeks.
I
Yeah.
have to swear at them.
Okay.
It's gone from 1 week to 2 weeks.
That's right. Which I think this is going to be the penultimate cast in this place, actually.
It is.
So, because I will have to move soon. Haven't found a place to live yet, so hopefully I do find somewhere.
Even though they're trying to get rid of you by smoking you out.
Yeah, I don't really want to go into that. I'm gonna be nice to them.
Okay.
In all fairness, I think they've sorted it out. So.
We're all good.
But yeah, man. I mean, what's been going on this week, guys?
What's been popping, dogs?
Wow, I don't know. Do you want to start with your Final Fantasy?
Well, I mean, yeah. In all fairness, the one game that I've been playing recently is Final Fantasy XIV, like mad. I mean, ridiculously mad. I mean, I think I've literally in the last week spent a whole working week playing that game, like
That's
nearly 40
amazing.
hours or so. So
That's pretty cool.
pretty
It's been
hefty.
an MMO week. You were Final Fantasying it. I was Lord of the Ringsing it. Did you MMO it? Any Destiny?
No.
No. No.
I played fuck all.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
What's the game of fuck all? How do you do that one?
It's pretty good. You lie in bed.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
All right. Cool. Sounds
Job
good.
done.
You
Sounds
win
good.
automatically.
I like it. But yeah, I mean, like, just jumping into Final Fantasy XIV, I basically there's some of the guys in the sort of the tech metal community that I've just sort of picked
So
up
you're
with.
proudly representing the tech metal community with
Oh
your
yeah, I
t-shirt?
am. I'm wearing my Tech Fest. Well, that's the first Tech Fest as well that happened. I'm
was
repping
there.
that T-shirt at the moment.
I wasn't.
I actually went to Mech Fest instead. So the Titans running around the place.
I like it.
Brilliant.
It.
And then I went to Mech Breast as well.
Oh, okay.
Was that like metal
Mechanical
boobs?
boobs. Mechanical boobs.
Mechanical
boobs even, not mechanical boobs.
You know what? I like that term better.
Boobs that eat you.
don't know why mechanoboobs are not a staple part of my diet.
Tasty.
They totally should be.
They're great.
But yeah, no, I started a new character on the Lich server because that's where they were kind of at. I have actually got a level 48 white mage sitting on Odin, but I didn't want to pay the £12 to be able to transfer
Odin?
over. Odin, then, if you wanna call it that.
Yeah, if you want to be technically correct, it's Odin.
Well, there we go. Thank you. Thank you for the
Shallow
correction.
and pedantic.
It's like
Hello and pedantic.
it's like Ifrit. Ifrit is meant. It's
Ifrit.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
How
That's
do
the
you
correct
pronounce chocobos?
Chocobo.
I say chocobo. Yeah.
Because I've met loads of people and then
Say
I started
chocobo?
chocobo
Yeah.
and chocobos.
And
Chocobos.
Chocobos is actually, I heard, that's how it was meant to be. And then I was like, no, I don't think
That
it
sounds
is.
silly.
It can't be.
Do you-
Chocobos is a cool word though.
Do you get
I like
Choco
it.
Brothers? Do they run along going,
Chocobo.
to me, to you, to you?
Sounds more like a Murloc.
But I mean, there's been a lot of players jumping back onto Final Fantasy XIV because of the recent edition of the Gold Saucer, which is
Is that just, you can gamble?
in some sense, yeah. It's sort of like it's a massive obviously homage to Final Fantasy VII. They've got a remix tune in some sense of the Gold Saucer,
Nice.
which is really tastefully
Do you have the
done,
motorbike
really
game?
nice. No, there is no
Do you
motorbike
have
game there.
the Mowgli house game where you have to make him fall in love?
No, it's kind of games that are kind of been within a sort of Final Fantasy sort of in the past. Because they've got a version of I think it's the card game from Final Fantasy VIII.
Good card game.
It's
But
an amazing card game.
but it's sort of like it's a slightly dumbed down version, but you can
Right.
play it against other players as well, which is really cool.
How is it a dumbed down version? It was very simplistic to start with.
Well, the fact that the grid, I don't think the grid is as big as
Okay.
because I swear it was like 4x4, but it's only 3x3 on this one. So,
Okay.
But I mean, that's really cool. You get when you finally get to the gold source. I mean, the prerequisite is that you have to be level 15, and you need to have done the story missions sort of up to
So it's
that
not a
point, so that you can get
prerequisite.
the. No, not at all. I mean, if you're on the trial in some sense, you should be able to get there fairly easy. There is no restrictions for the gold saucer or anything like that. So if you
Nice.
are on a trial membership, you can go there.
So if you want to check it out and you haven't got a trial membership, get a trial membership and go check it.
Yeah, no, and I definitely recommend it as well. So, but there is, like I said, there's that card game. There's Chocobo Racing, which I haven't actually done a race yet, but I will do soon. I need to still properly explore the
Do you
gold
get-
saucer.
Do you
but
get Katsys real spin game?
I haven't seen a real spin. There's this like this Cactor. There's this Cactor kind of game where you know what? I still haven't properly gone around and explored everything yet.
So much there.
There is quite a bit there, and there's actually a little nod to God, what is it? The fuck, what's the mountain? Is Mount Nibble or something like that? I can't remember what the thing. Mount Coral. Those are the coral kind of thing
Oh, yeah.
in Final Fantasy VII. There's like a little like homage to that there as well.
Nice.
Really cool. I need to explore the gold saucer a bit more. But it's gonna be nice that the fact that it has brought people in, like I said, like to people that I didn't think would ever get on it, kind of thing. We're like, oh fuck yeah, we need to try this now, and they have got into it big time. It was the same guys that was pretty much playing GTA 5 with, which we will be jumping back on
I
that
just
tomorrow
have
for
this
the
mental
heist.
image now of like old school heavy metal, like the long hair, the big stomach, the beards, like proper heavy metal dudes sitting there going, "Go Chocobos! Come on, you can do it!"
One of the best things I've ever seen is the Goths raising to Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that. Yeah.
So fucking funny.
Fantastic.
So fucking funny because even without the music, it's hilarious the way they dance.
Yeah.
So the choral bit, is that just like?
Well, no,
some-
it's literally just like it's just like a statue kind of thing there in some sense, right in the middle of one of the areas. It's just sort of like, it's just a little homage. It's loads of basically homages to the
I
whole
thought
Final
you meant
Fantasy
choral,
genre.
like loads of like people were taking their hard-earned cash in there and just hitting buttons. Like, I lost all my money.
I
And
know
there
there
was
is-
a William Hill there as well as an homage to him.
I know that there is like obviously gambling kind of things in there, but I haven't really explored
Is
that
it
kind of stuff
trial
yet.
based for PS4?
You can do a trial on PS4,
I
yeah.
might have to give it a go.
Yeah, you should, man. Because a couple of guys that they were on a trial and they subscribed
Is
pretty
it
much
limited
straight away.
trial or is it
It's 14 days on the PS4 for a trial kind of thing. So
and PC?
I think it is also 14 days now. Thinking about it, but obviously you can only. I think you can only have a trial on one though, essentially. So if you have done it on PC in the past, or maybe even PS3 now, thinking about it, I'm not sure if you would be able to get another trial in some sense for PS4, unless
What, you
you're
just
so you're
log in
using
with a
just
different-
new details. I
Yeah.
suppose
Yeah.
then you should be
Speaking
alright.
of trials, have you heard the latest with the World of Warcraft?
No, I haven't.
The possibility that they're going free to play with their tokens.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
I heard about that.
Yeah. So effectively, the way it's going to work is the same way that Eve does it. So
Mhm.
you spend your subscription and then you buy these coins, which
Mhm.
you can then put into the auction house, and there's a set price so that
Mhm.
other players who don't want to pay for the subscription can buy them, and then they can exchange that for a month of gameplay.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's good they have a set price, otherwise that market will crash like a bitch.
Oh yeah, but they're going to try and keep it competitive. It's another way of beating off the gold farmers. So yeah, like that, with a happy ending. Brings a whole new meaning to the word tank and spank. But yeah.
Masturbation puns.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's it. So they're going to bring in this token system. It's still being worked on. There's still a lot of stuff to iron out, but it's sort of potentially out there.
What was the value?
They haven't said
Oh,
yet.
they haven't said
It'll
yet.
probably
Oh,
be
they just
like
said it's
the
going to be a
equivalent
fixed.
part of your subscription.
Ah, right. Okay, fair enough.
It's not
That's
officially
really cool though for
Yeah.
them to be able to put that in.
They're looking. Lots of rumor says it's going to be around about 10,000 gold, maybe more, maybe even 50,000 gold.
What's the value of? Sorry. Wow, keeping me up. What's the value? Because I haven't played on it for ages. Like, what's your typical? You do a raid. How much gold are you taking as a just?
Well,
a
it's
basic
more the
person?
garrisons. The garrisons will probably net you at least 3,000-4,000 a day if you're doing it well with a lot of characters.
Well, so it's not that much then, is
No.
it?
It's basically if you sit there and grind out the garrisons, you'll be able to make enough money to buy the coin.
If you play more, you can play more.
Yeah,
Mhm.
effectively.
Yeah. No, fair enough. That's a really cool thing that they're implementing there. I mean, I think that should be a thing that other MMOs could probably think about rolling out as well. Isn't there one that already does it?
Yeah, there was Eve, and there's another one.
Oh yeah, Eve definitely does it. Yeah, you are right on that one.
What's the one that had the really, really, really expensive stuff like Real World? Didn't that convert
Second
to that?
Life?
No.
No,
Ooh, I
Eve
can't
is the really, really expensive Real World
Is
stuff.
it?
Yeah,
Is that the one that someone had sold their place for lots of money?
I think so. It was either that or Second Life. Second Life does
Second
crazy
Life,
stuff like
well,
that.
used to be crazy, but I think nowadays it's
Does
kind
anyone
of
even
died
play
down
that
quite a
game
lot.
anymore?
I don't know.
I know some people that still do.
I know
oddly
people
enough,
that
yeah.
become multi-millionaires through it simply because they buy and sell land because that's like the biggest commodity in there. And I know people that used to do it on the side, make jewelry and shit for that for like real cash.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I mean, it used to be a lot bigger market than it is nowadays. It's kind of died off a little bit now. I swear they're in talks about getting it on a console somewhere. I swear I saw something about that, but I might be wrong on that one. Anyway, back to the Realm Reborn jazz.
Yes.
So, obviously I've been putting in a lot of hours with our
a whole week's worth.
A whole week's worth with our lovely guys in our free company called Dodgy Cunts. We've taken out the U, so
To make it family friendly.
so it's all good, but it's still Dodgy
You could have
Cunts.
just put K and Z, because that would be Kunz, and I swear that's not dodgy in German.
You're right. It's art, Kunst, but it's
Yeah.
not actually a Z. It's an S. So,
Oh no, but it's ST.
yeah,
isn't
ST.
it?
Yeah, that's right.
Dodgy Kunz
so dodgy art.
works on so many levels.
Oh yes, and no one will ever know or suspect.
Position.
So yeah, I finally I've been raising up my character, trying to sort of get to where I kind of got to. So that's why I've been putting so many hours in to be able to sort of like try
And then when
catch
you
up a
reach
bit.
that, you'll make another white mage because you love them white mages.
Well, I mean, I started up as a conjurer anyway.
Why do you have to be a white mage?
It's what I always
Come
go
on,
for
mate.
in some sense, you know.
Because
Diversity.
Well, I mean, what I'm being a white
Racism
mage
and a half.
for
Oh, yes.
for the fact of that, so that someone else in my party don't have to do it, if you know what I mean. So that
What
they
you're
can
saying,
kind of
so
do
no one wants to be the white man.
that.
No
So
spec-
yeah,
Can you be a black mage?
yes you can.
Can you be a brown mage?
Not to my knowledge.
you can be a
Yellow
red
mage.
mage though.
No, I don't think so.
There's red mages. They come over and steal all the jobs like Apple.
Oh,
Hashtag
God. Jesus Christ.
careful.
Anyway, so I've got my conjurer up to level 30 now, which is sort of like it's part of the prerequisite for the white mage. And I've also leveled up the arcanist to level 15 to be able to get the white mage also. It's basically that's the two kind of prerequisites for it. So I finally got my white mage yesterday, level
Huzzah.
30. So that's great. I'm really
Is
happy
there
with that.
lots of fanfare and confetti and explosions and fireworks?
Well, there's always that fanfare for everything, which is just amazing. I love that.
I hate that noise.
Oh, I tell you.
Brings me back to my youth.
When you level up, is there any sort of like special on-screen graphics?
Well, just as level up kind of on the screen and just tune. That's pretty much
Just
it,
like
really. Nothing.
People dancing.
Nothing.
Everyone just stops what they're doing and starts. Boogie.
Yeah, nothing spectacular.
Oh,
Um,
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
A big tree grows up and explodes around you. It's very pretty. And if you level up your mount, then all these horses spiral up around you. But it's really cool because you can see other people do it as well. So it's like if you go into an area where everyone's level up, it's like a fucking forest.
Fair enough. But yeah, in my quest to get my white mage, in some sense, I did make a little mistake, and I accidentally leveled up the wrong thing to level 15 first time round.
Because it's not like you've not done this before or know
I know,
what you're doing.
no, but it's because I thought it was the foul major, and I was completely wrong. But I didn't.
So wrong.
I didn't realize until I got to level 15 on that. I was level 30 on the other thing, and I went to like the quest giver for it, and I saw the prerequisite level 15 arcade list, and I'm like, no,
But-
I've wasted time.
So this fit level 15 in your whatever the hell it is, can you use that for anything?
Well, I'm luckily yes, and later on I'm probably going to need to level up anyway. Just because you can kind of do cross class abilities, so you can kind of move things over from other classes. So I've got Shorecast, which Foul Major has, which is really helpful. It means that, well, I could on my next spell that I cast, it will hit, and I can't be
For sure.
interrupted.
What do you play it on mainly? Is it PC or is it on?
I'm
PS4?
playing it on PC, but all of the guys that I'm playing with are playing it on PS4 actually, and they're all really impressed with it. Actually, it really does work. I have got it on PS4, but it's just so much easier to play it on
If
PC.
you have enough time, could you level up all the classes?
Of course you could.
Everything, yeah.
Wow. So you could be like
Enough time.
master of all.
Yep, 100%. Yep,
Be a cunt. Sorry, kunst.
yeah. It's
Dodgy.
yeah, dodgy, yeah, indeed.
Kunst.
So yeah, join our free company on the Lich server, Dodgy Cunts. I tell you what, there's been a few like little duty fucking like fuck ups that have been really so frustrating. You know, like just tanks, just not doing what they're
Can't
meant to
trust
do.
tanks as far as you can throw them.
No, I evidently not. Because I was, there was 2 sessions in a row where, like, the first guy, I was trying to give him advice and everything like that. I was sort of going, look, you just need to, do this kind of thing. Just didn't say a word. Just kept just doing whatever he was doing. And like literally, I died twice, and I just went, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with this, and just left the duty. And then the next guy, he just got really abusive. The fact that I was going, hey, look, man, I was like, okay, you just need to pull this guy off me if you can, because like I'm getting damaged at the end of the day.
Fucking
It's a
job.
And he was like, I know how to do my job. And I'm like, well, obviously you don't.
Don't.
Like-
I used to hate that. Especially like I used to play Paladin, so I'd be doing one of 3 roles at the time before like they made other things could do whatever.
Wait,
and it was,
paladins could do more than one role.
they they couldn't do any damage back in the day. That's for fucking sure. But I could tank and I could.
I thought they were just there
heal.
for buffing. That's all it was.
No, back in the day they were one of the better healers. I'd say I'd mainly
True.
heal, but sometimes I'd have to tank.
Mm.
But then like someone would tell me, "Oh, why don't you do this?" I'm like, "Well, I'm not a warrior.
Yeah.
It's not how it works. You've got to wait and like let me pull them into my zone and consecrate them and all this stuff."
Yeah.
And then they're like, people would have a go about how I'm tanking, and it's like, no, but actually, like this is the only way my tanking can work. You're used to having a druid or a warrior who can get instant like shitloads of aggro. Mine, you just got to give me a second, and then you're never catching me.
Yeah, except as a warrior, it's really difficult when you got lots of groups going on because they expect you to be a druid, because druid tanking is just the shit. And so they go running in going, why aren't you pulling this? And it's like, well, because you decided to take it off me and become its best friend, and now you love it very much, and I'm just going to let you die because you're not letting me do my job. Sorry.
Yeah.
Left group, whelps.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been loads of people like that. Like, yeah, just sort of the fact that that some other people don't know how to just manage their threat in some sense, their threat level. It's just so annoying. But yeah, all in all, really enjoying being back on that game. I am looking forward to definitely put some more hours in. But I know from tomorrow we will be hitting up the heist on GTA 5, so we'll be back
How
on
long will
Are
it
you-
take me to get to level 15?
I don't know actually. I'm not sure. I
If
can't
you
remember.
start
It's been a
now,
while.
You'll
Well,
be
I
at
can't
the-
start
Can't you?
right
Can't you
now,
try?
can
Did you not play it online?
No,
on
I'm
your own?
further in this version than I was in there because I didn't have to do the tutorial in this one.
Oh, okay.
You finished
Like,
the
I think
tutorial.
I'm level 2.
Okay, it might take a little bit, but you should definitely do it
That's
because
all right.
the
You
heist is
haven't
going to be
got
really
work
cool.
tomorrow. You can stay up all night and do it. Get them Red Bulls in.
No, you should definitely get on GTA, man. Honestly, these
Oh,
heists are going to be
alright.
the.
Are you all
going to
be sitting there with balaclavas on?
Yes.
I actually want to do the heist just purely so I can wear a balaclava while I play.
Hells yeah.
I'm doing that.
Hells yeah. Speaking of balaclavas, next week ESO goes buy to play.
Buy to play. Oh yeah, I suppose it would be that. Yeah.
They've also apparently brought in the judgment system.
Oh yeah, no, I did hear about this.
So it's effectively judgment system relates to cops and robbers. So you get to be a robber because you get to nick stuff off people, and then if you nick enough stuff, you get a bounty on your head. So that designated players can be cops, so they come and catch you.
It does sound kind of cool, actually.
It's like ye olde heist.
I do quite like the idea of that.
Right.
And the thing is that I've already bought this game, quite a bit ago, because obviously I bought into the hype because my brother Brandon was like, seriously, you got to play this game. I so regretted that. But I mean, now the fact that it's going to be free to me, for me to play it. Yeah. I think I might have to give it another shot.
As long as you can either dress up as Robin Hood or some sort of burglar with like the mask and the stripy jacket and a swag over your shoulder, then that would be perfect. But it's apparently it's going to be open realm, so it's not just stuck to one area. So you could just be doing your normal stuff, and then you have like some sort of Benny Hill thing going on where there's like one dude goes charging past with like 6 other cops behind him waving their truncheons, going, "Get him!" And it'll be amazing.
I like it, man. But yeah, I mean, I just want to kind of quickly go on a Final Fantasy XIV. We have actually got the Heaven's Ward expansion coming up. They've actually given the release date for it now, which is June the 23rd.
Oh, 2 days before my birthday.
There's going to be some, I think for current players, I think there's going to be early access from the 19th. So as long as I assume you buy the game, kind of thing like that. I tell you what, I am really, really looking forward to it because there is some awesome things coming. There's a new tank, new DPS, and a new like
tank.
healer
Does this
class
mean this tank
in some
can actually
sense.
Do his job properly?
Yeah, well, let's hope so. We've got the Dark Knight. We've got
you got Batman.
Yeah, that's right, Batman. We've got the Astrologian or something like that, and we've got the Machinist.
Is that? Oh, what's his face? Grant Mitchell. Oh, that really fat guy, the one that used to.
Mitchell.
What?
No, the fat guy that used to read star signs. Do you know the one? Grant something or other.
Well, Grant
Mitchell's
Mitchell
from
is
EastEnders.
EastEnders.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What a fool! Fucking, and now he's taking on gangs all over the world.
And he's also reading your star signs.
Nice.
Do you know how we get these cars? That's the Lispy version.
We've also got a new race, the Aura. I'm going to assume it's Aura. Aura. And we got a new city state, and there's going to be some flying mounts, which I think is really cool.
God.
The level cap's also going to go up to level
Fly
60 as well, because it's only up to level 50
so
at the moment.
how much is
Fly mounts are shit.
Is the community in one of those 50-50 divides between everyone going, "Oh my god, we're turning into WoW, you bastards, let's flee in our droves," and the other half going, "Yay, finally, flying mounts."
I'm up for flying
I don't
mounts.
like fly mounts.
I'm totally up for flying mounts.
Flying mounts
doesn't need to
done
happen.
well. Works. The problem with WoW is that they went flying mounts for all, and then they realised that it doesn't quite work.
But
like
the
that.
thing is that I don't think that I mean, unless there's obviously maybe it's on a higher plane in some sense where to be able to get to, maybe you have to fly up to be able to get to the city state or something. I don't know, but at the moment there's just no need for it because of the fact that there's these there's these sort of these crystal points called airferites or something like that. I can't fucking pronounce it. That you can just teleport about anyway. So as long as you sync to that, that teleport point, you can just teleport as much as you want
about. The problem with the flying mounts is it allows you to skip stuff, like skip the progress, which they've now got really wise to in WoW. So obviously the new expansion, it was all ground mounts. So you had to, if you wanted to go up that mountain, you had to fucking walk, or if you wanted to do that quest chain, you actually had to walk it all. So you can just go, you know what, bollocks this, I'm going to jump on a mountain, skip it all. So which is good. So hopefully that they'll have learnt from these experiences, and the flying mounts will actually.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm interested in seeing how they're going to implement it anyway.
I'm still waiting for Lord of the Rings to completely destroy any sort of lore and immersion, and bring in the flying eagles for everyone to ride. I think that'll be the point where it's like, this is the end of Lortro now. We've given up. Everyone can have flying mounts and all be wizards. Enjoy.
But yeah, that's me for this week in regards to my games. So I mean, what about you, Dave? Man, what's been going on?
Lord of the Rings, I decided to get back to it. It tells me a little message when you first log in of how long it's been since you last logged in. For me, it was 2 months.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I should go revisit. And I'm still in the same little area that I was when I left.
Is that like free to play?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is actually free to play. Yeah, it's free to download the client. You can get the main story and most of the classes, and then you can buy all the extra stuff through the store.
Ah, right, okay.
Which is nice. Because I'm lifetime membership, I get free points every month.
Oh, okay.
So I've currently got like 8,000 points in my bank going spare. So I bought the new class, which was... it's 1,000 for the new class, new race.
Yeah.
And it's 1,200 for the new race plus an extra character slot.
What is the race?
Bjorn. For those who haven't seen the book or the movie, it's
seen the book.
Seen the book, yes.
Seen the
Look, there's the book.
I've
I've seen it. I've not read it.
I now know everything about Lord of the Rings.
That's how you read books. You just look at them.
no. You do it like number Johnny 5. Just absorb information.
Exactly. Just
You're,
hold it in your hand.
Johnny
and-
5, just speaking of that, Chappie,
So much like it.
I went and saw it on Friday.
Is it good?
Chappie?
It's really good, actually.
What's Chappie?
Have you
Really
not
good.
seen it? It's
No.
about robots and AI and stuff.
It's basically this designer. This guy has kind of basically made this robot that is kind of like a police enforcer unit kind of thing, and in Johannesburg in South Africa,
Joburg.
They actually have those in real life.
They've got them, and they're actually going around, basically kind of sorting out all the crime. But the guy who designed it, in some sense, he's trying to figure out on how to make artificial intelligence in some sense as good as the human brain in some sense, so that it learns and everything like that,
And it can make decisions between good and evil.
Which it's quite funny on that kind of level, because the bad guy, well, not the bad guys, just sort of the other guys that are sort of in the film, that kind of like they kidnap like the guy to be able to try and get like a security key to be able to shut down the network, because they want to they need to make, I think it's like 20 million or something, because they owe someone money or something like that.
Right.
And the people that play it is Diane Wood, the band, the South African, they are fucking so on par on that film. It is hilarious.
She's so weird looking.
She is. They're both really weird in general, but honestly, because for those that don't know, that Diane Wood,
I don't know.
They are very much they are playing characters in Diane Wood anyway. They're not really like that. Just to throw that out there, I think some people don't understand that it is actually all an act. But yeah, obviously
that video. What's the main one?
It's like Ninja. I don't know. There's plenty of.
It's not a bad song, but it's fucking weird.
It is so odd.
I'm gonna have to check this out.
But yeah, it is all an act anyway. So in other words, they're just in some sense continuing that act on the screen, but obviously they're not there as Diane Wood. But yeah, it's so funny. I really enjoyed it. There's some really good moments in the film. Really good sort of like.
Is it cinema movie?
Yeah. It literally came out on Friday. Just gone. Definitely recommend going to see it, because I really enjoyed it. I was quite surprised actually, because I wasn't sure. I saw the trailer, went. My brother Brandon was like, "Oh, come on, let's go," and I'm glad I did, because
never call me.
Or me.
Can I talk about something?
Yeah, go on.
Sure.
Who saw the Power Rangers thing?
Oh,
Yeah.
it was so good.
It's never going to happen, but
No.
it's fucking cool.
Yeah, well, did you see, basically Sabin, it pretty much instantly taken it down from YouTube and Vimeo, because of the fact that they're going to be rebooting their franchise in some sense, and they were just like, well, you can't do this. And then the fact of that they have taken that down, that means can people do fan
It's
fiction
back
kind
up,
of stuff
though,
anymore?
repeatedly.
Yeah, I know, but
They've said that as long as the thing is that, because I was watching the thing with the director, who's a bit weird. He's very awkward.
Isn't it Ari Shankar?
Yeah, he did
He's done a Punisher fan fiction thing
No,
before.
but he's what's the big he's directed.
Oh, he's actually
as
done
well.
films. Yeah,
Big
stuff like
ones.
that. I
as
can't
well. He
remember.
did Dread.
Yeah, that was
he
it.
did.
Yeah.
But he's very awkward. Like I watched him on
Maybe he's not very
some
much of a
podcast
public
thing.
speaker.
No, he 100% is, but he's just like he doesn't laugh. Like
Yeah.
it was on a comedy podcast, and they're laughing at his jokes and stuff, but he just. I don't think I saw him laugh once or anything.
Oh,
and
wow,
it's just
okay.
Is he
very-
like the?
and he has mascara sort of makeup as like these, like his crying sort of like the Crow sort of style.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah.
But no, that was fucking cool.
Like literally, when I saw that, I was just like, "Someone needs to fucking pick this shit up," and that's the problem, and that's why Sabin are like, "Fuck, this is not
But are
what we
they
want. This is
rebooting
meant to
as
be a
dark side.
No,
one, or are they
not at
doing
all.
like
It's
a
meant
light
to
one?
be that. In Sabin's opinion, it's a children's show, so they'll be keeping it as a children's show,
Yeah.
kind of thing like that. Which I completely get.
I love
where
the
they're coming
idea
from.
of it though.
Yeah.
Like
It was like when they did
these
the
kids are
Mortal
going to
Kombat
Galactic
reboot.
War.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, but that was different because that's not got intellectual rights for film. It's character based for a game, and they had the blessing of who originally had it, Acclaim or whoever had the rights at the time, because effectively that would lead to more sales of Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
whereas that takes fucking people away from the
Yeah.
Power Ranger stuff.
So I mean, I
want to see
kinda get
a
where they're
He-Man one next.
coming from. Yeah.
There's a lot of
Thundercats.
these characters that they could. Well, no, Thundercats got rebooted as an anime,
Yeah.
and it was sick. It was really fucking good.
Was it?
And it got cancelled after however long. Because it
Really,
just
I
didn't
never
do
heard
well
of it.
enough.
I need to
It's
check that
really
out.
good. It's like kids style anime, but
Yeah.
it's actually really good.
I heard it got rebooted. I never watched it.
Panthro's a badass motherfucker.
I've been watching the reboot of Turtles. That's awesome.
I can't get into it because
Really?
the thing is for me, like Turtles, I loved as a kid, and then I got really into sort of like the cartoon or the comic side of it,
Yeah.
which is so different. It's really dark and seedy and like dodgy.
Yeah.
And then like I watched that and I'm like, this is too kids. Like it reminds me of my childhood, but it's not what I remember from my
See,
childhood.
I vaguely remember the original Turtles, and I went back to watch it, and I was like, "Oh god, this is not good. It's like way too much rose-tinted glasses. I can't be watching it." But this reboot one is a lot more sort of modern, but with a nice.
I don't like the artwork either though.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say I don't like the artwork. I don't mind the art style.
I much prefer classic sort of cartoony.
Yeah, see, I'm not a real fan of that. The sort of like the Americanized cartoon. I like the sort of more manga Japanese style.
Yeah. Well, it depends because I wouldn't class that as a manga style one. I'd say that's more. Well, it's just digital, isn't it? It looks.
Yeah, but it's the
Yeah.
story mainly. The story is done really well.
Fair enough, man.
But they
Fair enough.
reboot everything, don't they?
That's true. They'll reboot.
Anyway, back onto this Lord of the Rings show,
Yes,
man.
back to that.
How are these this new class,
Right,
new race,
so the
and
new
all that
class,
kind of
once
thing?
you've absorbed the book through the power of your hand, it's the dude that's in Hobbit, which is the one that changes into a bear. It's his race, as it were.
Oh yeah. I
So
remember
he mentions in the book and in the film that he's the last of his kind, but somehow magically there's an entire village of the bastards tucked away in a mountain somewhere, and you play one dudette, and your brother goes, "Hey, let's have a fun day in the field doing fuck all," and you're like, "That sounds fantastic," and some other dude goes and goes, "No, you're a bear. You should be more bear-like. Fight me like a bear." And then you go off wandering around because there's someone who wants to talk to you. But then, oh no, the goblins attack, and then Radagast pops in to say hello, and he's like, "By the way, there's some shit happening out there in the real world," and it's like, you seem like a decent chapette. You go out and talk to people, and that's effectively the storyline. You're going out telling people, by the way, there's some bad shit going on, and they're all going,
sounds fucking stupid.
"Yeah, we know." So it's a really lame ass story, but effectively the character you're playing is a druid because you get to turn into a bear.
Yep.
And the bear has three forms, which is the "I'm going to fuck your shit up" form. There's the "I'm going to roar really loudly and somehow magically heal everybody" form, and then there's the "I'm a big ass bear and I'm just going to stand here and block all the attacks" tank form.
Yeah.
So it's World of Warcraft.
So it's effectively, yeah. But it is really cool because it's the way the combat works is you start in your human form and you just keep hitting something repeatedly while you build up your wrath or rage, and then once you get to a certain point, your bear activation button starts sparkling, and you hit that, and then you turn into a big bear, and then all your bear attacks then take off the rage, and so you then have to switch back into human form. You just bounce between.
You know, it's a real shame. I don't have a bear
No.
activation button, and that should be
That should be a
arranged
thing.
for me.
No. I'm gonna go back on that and say you need a stag beetle button.
I need any kind of
In
activation.
gen-
No, the stag beetle just comes out.
Just imagine that. You
It's
get
underneath, I
really
told you,
angry
this is
about
all like an
something.
exoskeleton.
Yeah. You get really
Underneath.
angry about something, and you're like, "Ah!" And then suddenly this button appears, and you just hit it, and then you transform into something. Like,
If you're going to transform into something, a bear is pretty fucking cool.
hells yeah.
Bears are fucking... I was watching, in fact, actually, on my time off, I watched a documentary about bears, and I was like, these things are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't cuddly.
They're
They
bastards.
are not... They're literally...
If you go in the woods
They are
today,
absolute cunts.
Polar bears
They really are.
are the biggest cunt on
Yeah,
the planet.
Yeah.
They'll eat a black bear alive, pretty much.
is that
white supremacy.
slightly? I was going to say that's
my
like
God.
the white bear takes on the black
but
bear
like,
and wins.
They are unbelievably strong. Like, I didn't realise how strong they are. Like, I thought, yeah, okay, he swipes, he takes someone's head off or whatever. They don't need to swipe. They've got the muscle mass to just push your head off, effectively. Ridiculous.
Yep.
Ridiculous. Bear versus gorilla. I want to see that shit.
Yeah. You know, they should have that in zoos and.
I don't think we can get away with that.
No, not really.
But we can make them robot versions.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think wildlife people might get a little bit upset if you go off to like some in the savannah and go, let's have a lion fight a whale.
Lions
Let's go.
are scary. Yeah. If we're talking about that, like a lion is fucking. Have you ever seen a lion in the wild?
No.
Safari. Fuck my life.
I've seen one in the newsagents. They're really tasty.
I was about 6 foot away, and you can feel his breath. Like it's
that powerful.
You can hear the way it breathes.
That's because he doesn't have any toothpaste.
It's mate, they're fucking monsters.
I don't understand on how that affects on how much you can hear them.
You can hear the bad breath.
The bad breath. It's like Pepe Le Pew coming off him.
That's actually how they kill their gazelles.
They look at you like the whole time. They'll clock onto someone and they just. It's like how can I describe it?
Scary.
It's like you're walking down the street and there's some dodgy fucker and he's eyeing you up the whole time.
Yeah.
For literally like, I can eat you. That's what they do.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's like the whole time you're just like, he could fuck me up. Like if he decides to at this point from here, if he goes mad, I'm dead. Like doesn't matter what this guy does here and this guy does here. He will have me, and I'm dead.
Was that where you
fucking
pee on a
scary.
tree and then scare them off?
You can't scare a lion off if it decides it wants you. Usually, they want to play with you. So like not in a dodgy way. Like they play a little bit.
Show me on the disembodied corpse
where he touched you. It was the head mainly because it's missing
and the arm. That one's. Like,
no, I went on my week off. I forgot to mention this. I went on like.
Are you masturbating with your?
I went on to like a real nature thing. Like I started with a bit of David Attenborough and like went into like the deep sea stuff.
I
love David Attenborough.
Yeah.
But then like I was like
that voice.
I watched the one on like ants and I was like, mate, ants are sick. And then like literally it just changed to what other animals are sick. And then I'd watched 4 hours on YouTube of just like
sea otters. Sea otters may look cute and cuddly, but they are fuckers. They rape things.
The one one that scared me the most was Indonesian fire ants, I think they were. Not army ants.
Is that the ones in MacGyver that eat people?
They are the ones that okay, put it this way. So they took Indonesian parts in the place where this happens. They have to have their buildings on about 8 foot high stilts because they will come in and they will eat a person. But this is how bad it is. They move in packs of about 1 million to 5 million, so you can hear them like a wave. Yeah. And literally, the guy sat in this building, and you can hear it sounds like a wave crashing sort of thing of just millions of bodies coming over. And he's just like, yeah, and they'll just eat you. They'll start when you're asleep, and they'll just swarm over your body. And the problem is, one bite hurts. Like you have no idea. Like your body goes into shock from like 1 or 2 bites. But you'll probably get about 70 in one go, and then your body just goes into freeze, and they'll just eat you. And I was like, no fucking way.
They did an episode of MacGyver where it was like, here are some ants that are going to eat you, and I was like, that's silly. That's a silly story, but it's kind of effective for this purpose of this program. And then I actually found out, no, that's real. They're actually doing a real life story that people will get that problem of.
That's
killer ants.
blowing, man.
There's loads of them. There was so many things I was just like, nature's fucked. And then like the sea freaked me out.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what are these monsters? Because like, I don't know why we're even expecting to see aliens and stuff. Aliens are in the sea. Look at them. They are so fucking scary. It's unbelievable.
There was that thing a few months back where this creature washed up on a shore at some point, and it was like the first creature they found from a particular depth that no one's ever gone to before, that somehow it managed to come up and then get caught in the currents and whatever. And they're looking at it going, we've never seen anything like this before. But
so much shit down
clearly there's obviously stuff that's so far down that is just beyond.
They think they still the mega squid things, or like the giant because they've seen giant octopus, which are big, but the really big one that's like myth, like, you know, like 20 leagues under the sea,
Kraken
style, they think actually is quite possibly down in the, what's the real big trench?
I can't remember.
You know, 5 miles down.
Yeah.
Because they've had whales that have had lacerations of like the sort of style of a claw that correlate to the sort of sides, and those things are bigger than this flat. They're fucking
crazy, man.
ridiculous size. I think the major ones like Megalodon, that's the one I got sucked into. I was like, that thing's bigger than a football pitch. It's bigger than a fucking football pitch. Are you shitting me?
Yep.
Crazy. Anyway, we can get back to games now.
Yeah, man. So, Dave, I mean, what else? Anything more on Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, so I went back to doing reputation farming, which is effectively just riding around on a horse killing orcs, which is actually really therapeutic. You just run along killing things and trees and trolls and generally try not to die. Which when you do riding combat, mounted combat is really cool because it's completely different from any other combat. It's not like WoW where you just stand there and repeatedly roll your face across the keyboard until something falls over. You actually have to do stuff. So you can ride in, shoot something, and then ride out, and then come down. But effectively, it does just boil down to riding round and round and round in a circle, shooting things until they all fall over. But it's a bit more interactive and a bit more fun. So that's kind of cool. And you can tweak your horse. Giggity. So you can be a DPS class, but you can have like a tank horse or a Healy horse or whatever. So it sort of
that's cool.
balances out.
Yeah, because on Final Fantasy XIV, you can have your Chocobo as your companion kind of thing, and do a similar kind of thing as well. Actually, yeah.
So that kind of works. So you go, you know what? If I'm on there, I can do lots of pew pew stuff, but at the same time, I can keep myself healed, so I can take on bigger things. So sometimes it will take like a good 20 minutes to actually kill something because I'm doing dick all damage, but at least I'm not going to die, especially when you're fighting packs of monsters, because that's what they tend to do. When you're not mounted combat, you fight like 4 or 5. When you're on mounted combat, it's like, yeah, here, have a fucking army, off you go, good luck, enjoy, because you're meant to do it with other people, and because I'm in a low level area, but it's a high level area for what it was at the time, so a lot of the stuff is quite tough for back then when you were that level. So yeah, some of it is fairly I'm meant to be in a group, but fuck it, I could take everyone on except for the really nasty stuff, because you go sort of vaguely anywhere near it and they just look at you and you suddenly find yourself dead and you're like, what happened? So yeah, that's cool. I am enjoying getting back into that.
Nice,
at some point I'll eventually move on and do the rest of the game, because there's an entire expansion that I have yet to do. In terms of storyline wise, we're kind of up to Gondor area.
Oh, okay.
So we're almost at the end. So we're almost up to Mordor, and the big ass mountain and the eye and everything else. So yeah,
is that actually released in the game yet? No. So they will be doing that eventually.
So eventually they'll be doing that, maybe in the next few years. But right now we're at Gondor point, and I'm still back in Rohan, so I've still got a fair amount to catch up on.
Fair.
But I'm having fun.
Nice, man. Anything else been going on?
Hearthstone. Fuck Hearthstone. Seriously.
Why fuck it? Come on.
Just can't beat me.
Yeah,
big talk.
Exactly. Mike just kicks my ass all the time, and everybody else. And I'm just going through one of those phases where
I can build you a deck that could win.
Oh, I have decks, but it's just they're old decks now, because obviously newer cards have come out. And
you have to
game
have
styles
change stuff now, unless you're really like you can either. There's a couple of ways, but you have to really use some of the ones from goblins and gnomes. Otherwise, people just have too much an advantage in certain things.
It really has shifted the power, but it's the same way. It's power creep, which is in every TC game ever. You know, you will start with a core set of cards that work. Then a new set comes out, and in order to keep people interested, you have to go, look at this. This is shiny. This is awesome and powerful for less cost than what you had before. You want to get this. But then it obviously has a knock-on effect of the older cards.
Some old cards are still fucking good, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But there will be a slow PR creep, which will constantly get... Because it's the same with Magic. Magic's got to a point now where people are really complaining about the power creep, because there are cards now which are, in correlation to the older cards, ridiculously overpowered. But then you've got to look at it from a sort of standpoint of people coming into it. It sells. Plus the fact if someone's coming in, they want to play the stuff now. They don't want to go back like 20 years worth and go, hey, look what I got. But there's still some old cards that are always really good. But it's just the nature of how it works. But long story short, I need to get more cards and get more good cards and rebuild everything. And and Arena can go suck my dick because every time I do it, I just go, yeah, these cards look awesome. This will be fantastic. I know exactly what I'm doing. First game, get my ass handed to me.
You need to get a mage or a hunter. The others, I can't ever get a good combination. Paladin fucks me every time.
Yeah,
because I can hold someone off. I can't beat them though. I could wait them out.
Yeah,
but like, it's just annoying.
That's effectively how my games go. I just sit there fending off stuff and until they run out of things, and at which point I hope that I've got a few cards left, which
It's
I can
like a
then
dodgy
win.
rape.
Yeah,
Fending them off until finally
tire them out.
Let them in.
No.
What about you, Mike?
I played this week. What did I play? Hearthstone.
You played Sleep.
I played Hearthstone. I also played something on my Xbox 360
Wow.
because I got it back and I was like, I want to play this shit. What the fuck did I play? I played some Street Fighter.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I was crap.
You
I got some
you looking
okay
forward to
level.
the new one?
Well, yeah, but it's only on PlayStation 4 and PC. Fuckers.
Well, you've got a PS4.
Yeah. So.
and the PC.
Oh, I'll tell you
no,
something
wait.
about my Xbox One though. I will tell you something. I'll tell you the other game. I played Rayman Legends, so
Yep.
that's the new game for Xbox One.
But it's not exactly a new game.
The new free game for Xbox One. It's the games with gold as of a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
My Xbox One is fucked.
Sorry, what?
What?
It is running like the slowest thing ever.
It's probably all those thousands and thousands of Madden cards on it.
They're not even on it. They're on the server. Fucking the.
No, if you open it up,
I'm really annoyed.
There's all these
Yeah,
cards.
yeah, actually
I-
open. Yeah.
I was like, fuck it. Do you know what? I haven't played Madden in so long. Let's go just sell my team and sell for some coins. And I looked at like what I've got, and I'm like, oh my god, the value! You have no idea
No value
of
at
how
all.
much. Right, so my team, if we go 2 months back, would have been worth about $900 at least. I'd say
Yeah.
it's probably just under 100 now.
Wow.
Oh.
That depreciation.
Like the end of the season, they bring out the cards, and nobody gives a fuck about anything that's not 98 and above after that point. So it's literally like, ugh. So I haven't really bothered to play that. But no, it's I think I need to do a soft reset, hard reset, and see what's happening, because all the
turn it on
sound
and off
is
again?
literally like
You want to get like a dust buster?
constantly- Like it's like it's playing on 3/4 speed.
Have you tried you've made sure it's not your cables or anything
It's
like
not the
that?
cable, it's
No,
100%
no,
because
okay.
it does it on.
What
I
about,
thought
what
it
about
was-
cleaning the disc? No,
It's
the
not-
laser.
It's not on a disc. Rayman's fucking digital download.
Is
I've
it
done it on
possible?
multiple
I mean, like, are
games.
you like kind of near your hard drive capacity? Because that's
70%. I think it shouldn't be that bad.
No, it shouldn't be. Not at 70.
But I've seen some stuff online, and apparently if I do a hard reset, that'll fix it.
My Xbox
Just hold down
360
the
is
buttons
fucked.
and it retunes it and stuff.
Okay.
The disk drive doesn't open.
Doesn't open.
No, I
What?
push the button and it just goes, and then that's
Oh
it.
yeah, that yeah.
Does your
Great.
does it read still though?
Oh yeah, if
Do
you
you want
manage
to
to
cannibalise it? I've got one and you've got one. We could make one.
together,
working
we
one
shall make the
together.
best 360 ever.
It's Morphin time.
Well,
How did
actually,
they come together? I can't even remember.
Say that my mate at work's got a 360 as well. We can get that one in. We get
Fucking
three 360s.
Oh my god, the power.
It'd be like
Shit.
almost like an Xbox One ish.
1080, man.
Ooh.
1080. No, I played some Rayman, and then I pulled out a game that I didn't think I'd really get back into. I thought it would be impossible because like I'm so far past it.
Peggle.
Mhm.
My Little Pony, the greatest hits.
No.
What is it? That Disney
Infinity?
Infinity.
I don't have that.
Okay.
It's not mine, so I don't have it anymore. Skyrim.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, good choice.
And I played it for about. I did play quite a lot on that day. I played about 8 hours straight,
Nice.
and then the next day I went.
Can't be bothered with that one.
Can't be bothered to do that because I know everything that's going to happen. I do have all the expansions, and I never did any of them. It's just same
Oh,
as
right,
I
okay,
did
fair
like
enough.
a lot of the Fallout. I did most of the expansion
You
bit.
still got that Dragon's Age to get back onto. as
Oh
well.
mate, do I? Also, Halo Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
Did I ever say that I played that?
No, I don't think
you
so.
picked it up and now it's just
Fuck
gathering
me.
dust.
That multiplayer is shit.
Yeah, that was
so broken. It's
Really?
unbelievable.
that was the biggest
it put
thing
me
that
off. I started playing Halo. I started playing through it, and it's sitting there again. But I was just like, I was so annoyed with the multiplayer.
Didn't they say they were going to bring out a patch that fixed multiplayer?
Yeah,
Well,
they did, but
they're
it didn't
still,
fix it.
They're still
But
fixing
now,
it.
guess what? There's another patch coming. Do you know
yeah.
just in time for
Go on.
the Xbox One Master Chief Collection version, Xbox One.
Oh, okay. Fair
They'll
enough.
never fix it. The way that fucking I don't know, but it was annoying. I started playing it, but the problem was for me. It was remastered and it looked a lot better, but it didn't look anywhere near what modern games look like, sort of thing.
No.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, so
It's Xbox.
you've reskinned this, and you've spent that much time on it, but it's still nowhere near even what Xbox 360 on like the Xbox Halo 1 and 2 kind of level can do.
Yeah.
Apart from cutscenes and certain things like that, and I was just like,
There's only so much.
I
lick of
can't
paint you
look
can
at it.
stick
I realise I'm such a fucker for like how games look now, because I look at certain games and I'm just like, I can't do this. It's not good looking enough. I'm shallow and pedantic.
You are, sir.
I can't wait for certain games to come out that look.
See, I'm more than happy to play something that looks really shit if it's actually fun to play.
Yeah, as long as the gameplay's there.
I
Yeah.
played something that looked amazing as well. I've just remembered
Go on.
because it only took me 3 hours, maybe just over that. So I borrowed The Order from my friend.
Oh yeah.
3 hours, really?
A bit more than that because of cutscenes and stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Apparently,
It was a
it's
great
amazing
movie.
shot.
It was shit.
The thing is,
Honestly,
wi-
one of the worst games I've ever played.
apparently, The Order is
Wow.
the best game to watch other people play.
Do you know what it is, right? It's a tech demo.
Yeah?
It's fucking stunning. I can sum up, right? So this is anyone thinking of getting this game, don't you dare spend that much money. You can't spend more than £10 on this game. Right? So these are the fucked up things. 2 boss battles.
Is that it?
2 fucking boss battles. They're the same fucking boss and they're the same fucking mechanics.
No!
Let's get to right,
Wow.
hardest minion is not the Lycans or anything like that. It's the shotgunners, because they just have lots of armor and they just run at you with a shotgun. And it's not they're meant to be hard. They just run and they're stupid and they just keep shotgun blasting you, so
Yeah.
they get you. The Lycans, when they attack, right? This is how dumb it is. So let's say that side of the room is where their attack point is. They charge at you, you dodge out the way, they run back to that same spot, and then they charge at you again. The same mechanic over and over and over.
Wow.
It is one of the worst games I've ever played. So bad. The looks amazing.
What was that?
No storyline.
What was the game that came out at the same time the PS4 was released that they got?
Killzone.
Killzone. Yeah, they
Yeah.
got so much trouble because that effectively was another tech demo. That there was no
That
game
was
to-
because they lied about it being 1080.
That's right. Yeah, that was
Have
more
you seen
the
the
controversy
review?
on that.
That technically, your eyes can't see the difference.
I'm not surprised.
I've
by
also
that.
seen the one that's that. Did you see about that dress? The one that can you see it as blue?
What
or-
colour do you see it as?
I saw it. I didn't.
Uh,
Okay.
blue and
Blue and
black.
black. Yeah.
No, I didn't see it as blue and black. I saw it as blue and brown
Oh yeah, but that's what most people see.
because
Well,
I'm colourblind.
But but it is true. It does look different. I
Yeah.
know why. It's all to do with your fucking rods
How
and
you
cones
perceive
and how
light
the
and
shadows and
Shit,
stuff.
yeah.
But
So-
what's really weird is we were talking about that at Sunday roast, and my mum and John hadn't heard about it yet, so it was quite interesting to see what they'd say.
Ah.
So we were like, okay, hold on. What colour is that dress? Because they were like, what are you talking about? So I went to John. I was like, don't say anything. What colour is that dress? I went to my mum. I was like, what colour is that dress? She goes, white and gold. And John looked at her like, are you the devil? Like it
The
was like,
only time.
no, that's blue and black. And I was like, that couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah.
The only time I saw it as white and gold is when they were fucking about with the light thing. So and then
That's different though. But some people, I've seen other people that have, like Zach from work. He came in saying like, because we were talking about on the thing, going like, oh fuck off, you're just playing with me, because we all thought it was like this trick that other photos were out there.
Yeah.
And like when it first kicked off on the under internet.
Yeah.
But and then like he got to work and goes, and Paul goes, you're telling me this is white and gold? He goes, no, that's a different fucking picture. He's like, no, it's the same one. And he pulled up the picture. He's like, what the fuck? Because he can only see it as that other colour because his eyes have changed.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It was like the thing that was a few years back with the dancer, the one that was spinning around, and some people saw it spinning to the left, and then some people saw it spinning.
You can change which way you see it.
Depending on it.
It's loads of those optical illusions. There's a lot of them.
Which is fun because then your eyes hurt after a while. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't think. Well, the order on that kind of level. I mean, like to be
It
fair,
gets,
I remember when I
right,
saw
rating wise,
Yeah.
it gets a 1.
Wow.
And that's for how good it looks.
Because I remember like playing it at one of the shows
didn't
that we
like
did
it,
last year, and I didn't like it either. I was like, "Nah, I'm okay."
I was
I'm not
watching
gonna
you
buy
playing
this.
it, and I wasn't getting any in sort of. Oh my
The
god!
guns are really cool, but I'm like, it doesn't make sense.
Mm.
And spoiler alert, it's not really a big spoiler because it's a main part of the film, the thing.
Mhm.
What would you assume is your mission in that?
I have no idea. I can't
To
remember
get
much
the
about the
band back
game.
You're
together?
the Order, yeah? So you're like, there's all these demons and stuff like that. You assume you're going out because you're on a holy order to kill these things. Wrong! Wrong! You are effectively a hired gun bodyguard for some cunt. That's about it.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Wow.
They've set up for a good sequel.
Hopefully a sequel with story and game and pacing.
Game. And
Well, that's if they get a sequel after all the hate that they got straight
they
away.
fucked it.
This isn't their first game they've done, though, is it?
I have no idea.
No,
actually.
but it's just, you can't release a game that's that short
Shallow,
and crap.
pedantic.
It's not a good game in the slightest. I've played mobile free games that were shit for longer than I wanted to play that thing.
Nice.
Well, anyway, let's sort of jump into some of the news that I've got here.
News!
Now, Helldivers. Apparently, you don't want to let your controller die on that one because you will lose your fucking progress.
Maybe that's what they meant by the game Helldivers. You're going to hell because your thing died.
Basically, the bug is that, once your controller's, let's say, run out of battery or you've turned off your controller, at the moment you plug it back in, if for some odd reason it spawns a level 1 character when you plug it back in, and it automatically saves over your progress. So
Would that be the same as if you turn the controller off?
I don't know. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it is only like if your power runs out, kind of thing like that.
What
but
happens if you plug a second controller in?
Oh, I'm out of power.
I don't know in regards
Who
to anything
cares?
else about the bug. But how fucking ridiculous is
It's
that?
crazy. And speaking as a tester, that sort of shit should have been picked up on.
Like 100%. Like what the fuck? And like so there was
Can you
loads of
imagine
people
if you imagine if that applied to other things? So like you ran out of battery on your phone and then you lost everything that was on it.
Oh man,
That would be
suck.
terrible.
That would so suck.
Oh man, you get tired and you fall asleep and you die.
The battery in your torch.
You woke up as a new person every day.
You're walking along and you have a torch and the battery runs out and then everyone else around you just dies.
Okay.
Welcome to the world of Dave. It's a dark place.
Yeah, because your torch has no batteries.
It'd
And
be
your
alright.
battery has no torches
We'd be
either.
fine if we were with you. You're highly visible, so it's
Yeah,
alright.
exactly. This doesn't require batteries.
Although in the dark,
It does-
actually,
yeah, it does
requires
require
some light.
Yeah.
coming on it.
No, it absorbs all the light from when
Did
the
you see
light's
the
on
kid
and then
with the glowing skin?
No.
It's a bit weird.
Did he drink stuff when he was that younger?
No, he's got some condition and his skin refracts and reflects light in a weird way.
Wow.
So it's
okay.
not
That's kinda
technically glowing, but any light on him and he looks like he's a radioactive child.
Fair
Amazing.
Enough. Fair enough. Xbox Live, Windows 10 is going to be for free.
Yeah, people are pissed about that.
The thing is,
Well,
Games for Windows was free back in the day as well. It's exactly
There
the
was
same kind of thing.
Yeah, but they weren't cross-platform.
Yeah, okay,
so
fair enough.
what people are pissed off is that they're going to be playing people that don't have to pay for.
I thought
Xbox
Windows
Live.
10 was free anyway.
Yeah, no, because
Yeah,
the
Windows
whole
10's
thing is
free,
the
yeah.
cross-platform stuff, which looks good. Have you seen the reviews?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't checked.
So
it
they
out.
got that. They did loads of. They brought out loads of stuff. Indie shit is coming for Xbox
Mm.
after this. But they had like the id stuff and whatever, and it took. Is it Shovel Knight?
Yeah.
Shovel Knight, cross-platform port. You're usually looking 3 to 6 weeks. Took half a day.
Wow.
They're literally like everyone that's using it is like it. Pretty much you plugged in and play, and then multiplayer took us a couple of extra days.
Wow.
That's about it.
They had lots of
That's
big announcements.
incredible.
That's why people are like this could actually change the game.
Yeah.
They had a big presence at GDC last week, and then there was the unofficial rumours that one of their big dudes is leaving, which hasn't been officially confirmed yet. It's the bald one, whatever his name is, he's gone now.
Battletoads are back.
Oh, really?
In Shovel Knight.
Ah.
That's how they got them in, because everyone was talking about it. And that the things have been extended.
But yeah, indie guys have got it quite easy right now because Unreal's gone free.
Yes. Yeah. No, I did hear about that, which is incredible actually.
Unreal Tournament's still a game that people play.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that.
Unreal and Unity have combined forces.
Oh, really? I had no idea on that one. That's news to me. That one. Fuck.
So basically, if you're an indie,
Unreality.
yes. It's quite cool because the way they've got it, the pricing system is that if your game makes less than 5,000, it's free, and then if you do over that, then there's a small.
They own your soul.
No, it's a small percentage that you pay, sort of, and it scales
That's
up.
fair enough.
So expect lots of awesome-looking indie games to come soon, hopefully.
Excellent, man. Excellent. And what were you saying about this Apple thing earlier?
Yeah, happened. Well, we're 3 days later, but they just had their press conference, so they just showed off the new MacBook, which is fucking slim
Yeah.
as fuck.
Did they basically do that and just hold up nothing?
He did this and turned it to his side, and he goes, "We've created nothing." And I was like, "Fuck, that is slim." But then they showed off some stuff, and I was
Kate
like,
Moss is jealous.
I actually wanted one for once.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how much they've changed. These are the main keys that they've changed.
Okay, go on.
The keyboards are full-size keyboard on it now,
Nice.
but they always had a problem with if you caught the corner of it, you wouldn't get a full key press.
Yeah.
They've changed from a spring of a scissor mechanism to
Yeah.
a butterfly mechanism,
Okay.
which means that it can be 40% shallower, but the whole key will move no matter where you press on it.
Okay.
So pretty much you've got a perfect keystroke. They then have gone to their trackpad.
Yeah.
Has touch sensitivity to it now. So how power, like certain things, the more you press it in, which will also be coming to the watch, which we'll go on to in a second,
Yeah.
and other stuff. So if you press something in, for example, if you do a normal click, it will do a normal click on something. But if you clicked on it hard, it will go to your preference setting. So if it's a word, it will Wikipedia search it instantly. If it's an address, it will bring up maps or whatever. It, like literally, you can set whatever you want to it.
It sounds awesome until your cat walks across it.
Well, no, that's only this part, but it's just a setting for it. You don't have to have it on.
Yeah.
It's also much more accurate and things like that. The battery, they have changed the game. So
It runs out and then you die.
no, yeah, exactly. Right. So I was really impressed with this because I didn't think this was possible, and I didn't even think of it as an idea. That's
Powered
why no one's done it before.
through the power
So
of love.
batteries, right? I mean, let's get a battery. That's like a battery, yeah?
Yeah.
There. It's a solid block.
Mhm.
They've created them as individual ceramic style tiles. So if you think of all the space at the front of the laptop that is curved up and stuff like that, you can't have a battery to it.
Yeah.
Effectively, they can put a shorter one there, to a middle one there, to another one there. So if they've got 35% more space for battery out of it.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And then they dropped the bombshell that they have USB-C.
Oh, really?
USB-C, if no one knows what that is.
I have no idea what that is.
That is HDMI,
Okay.
USB, USB 3 speed, charger, auxiliary, and the sound ones, and
Yeah.
something else in the size of pretty much just bigger than a micro USB.
Blimey.
Fucking pretty sick.
That is pretty fucking
So you can plug
impressive.
any of those cables into this thing.
Well, no, those cables will become redundant because this will be the new technology that anything, you'd have that to whatever it is, but you won't need a HDMI, which is also, it's cross-reversible, so there won't be the problem of trying to get behind the monitor and put it in the right way and stuff. It just clicks in.
Which,
Yeah,
the amount of times you've gone, I know which way the USB goes.
jam it.
Not that way.
So many people come in with broken phones.
It's
like,
even got to the point now where if there's the Mars adverts, that one of the Mars adverts is getting the USB in the right way up.
Then they showed off their watch.
And it was a nice watch.
It fucking looks lovely.
Does
It's
it tell the
expensive
time?
as fuck.
Yeah.
Their sports version's 350.
It's
quid.
like mobile phones. Mobile phones getting so much more everything in it that the whole concept of making a phone call with it is a bit like so last year.
Well,
But with watches these days, it's like it doesn't need to tell the time. It does everything else.
I was worried. Like, I was not that impressed with some of its features because I have a smartwatch. I don't really care for it that much.
Mm-hmm.
I was told that this would change the game on it, and it does a lot of shit I really don't care about. So, for example, it has the heart rate sensor.
Which
If I
everything
want to
needs,
send
isn't it?
something to someone else's Apple Watch, I can draw a little picture.
Do you say
on
you're
it.
going to send something
No,
to
wait,
someone else's
wait,
heart?
wait.
Yeah, wait. So the idea is you could send a note, you could write a little note, or you could draw a little picture to them, or you send your heartbeat to them because it's meant to be an expression of love. I was like, gay! Who cares? Battery's 18 hours, but from early talks, people were saying if you use it properly, it'll die in half a day, which I won't be surprised by. It looks phenomenal.
Especially if
The
you're
me-
sending
the
your heart to
stainless
everybody.
one, but the stainless steel ones and the metal ones are £900.
Bloody hell.
Wow.
It's got some really cool stuff on it. So now the things that were quite cool, mine is a bitch to charge. I have to put a thing on this bit here. I have to put a secondary thing and then plug a charger into it, which is annoying because I always lose that part. Theirs is a magnetic thing that just literally you put it there and it just clicks onto it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's on this, like the side of the watch kind of thing that you kind of have to put
mine goes on the back.
Yeah, on the back,
Yeah.
sorry, on the back there.
Similar kind of thing.
Can you
They're
play
gonna have-
games on watches yet?
On some of the really basic level crappy Android ones you can, but you wouldn't want to. They're so shit.
Because I can see that one's going to be the next big thing. Is that as
Well, they're the things that make them really good. No one really focuses on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that, like, the fitness side is one side that they can't avoid because actually it does work and it's really good for certain things like that. The telling the time part, I actually find this more annoying to tell the time because I have to shake my hand in a certain way to get it to come on.
yeah.
Hasn't got any battery at the moment as well. Who has a watch on that doesn't have any battery at the time?
You
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't have that with a normal watch. With a smartwatch,
like
there's a very good possibility.
like this is an analog watch.
Exactly. But
It has hands and everything.
but the other thing it has
Go
is
me.
Did you ever see the thing of Apple Pay, which is coming? It's in America. It's gonna have Apple Pay built into it. But you don't have to swipe anything. It just has to be within range, and you can just thing like
Yeah,
like press
that
the
could
thing.
go
And I was like,
horribly wrong.
I don't know. I'm sure there is a lot of security protocol in it because
Yeah,
Apple Pay has a lot on it.
But
But
someone will always get around it. There's always a way around
Just
it.
accidentally.
there's already a way to get your credit cards without touching you.
Mm.
Did anyone see that
No.
video? Right, so
That's right.
the digital things, anything that has one of them digital
You know, the
prints
near
on
field.
it,
It's basically the NFC.
NFC,
Yeah.
yeah.
they can go around with this laptop, and all they have to do is, oh, sorry, what time is it? Okay, cool. And walk off. They've pressed the button in their thing, and they've already got all of your digital details from it.
Damn.
Motherfuckers.
It's a good job that none of my cards have that nonsense on it.
It's all right though, because you get it all back.
With
Eventually.
interest.
No, but it's. I mean, Apple were gonna do it eventually, but no, I was really impressed with the MacBook. Like,
Yeah.
I've never wanted one, and this one I was like, and it's coming in gold, and
No.
I'm really tragically saying, like, everyone from my work stuff, I said, I can't believe I'm saying this, I want it in gold, and everyone just thumbs up because it looks really nice in gold.
It
Oh,
looks
wow.
really good, and then you turn it on its side and it disappears.
It does disappear. You can also get the watch in 18 karat gold.
Oh, really? Wow.
Because they didn't want to go down the route of, you know, the problem with these smartwatches and stuff is they're not really very personalised at all.
Yeah.
And they're not really
So
an
they're-
expression of, you know, some people wear a watch as an expression of fashion. They're
Mm.
not that much like that.
So they're giving it the
doing
Midas
loads of
touch
different
then.
things. Well, they've done, I think there's 5 or 6 different versions and then 47 different faces with hundreds of different combinations and then different bezels and whatever. But
Bling.
anyway,
Oh, that's
who
cool.
cares?
Oh, awesome. Well, I mean, to be fair, that pretty much wraps us up for this week after talking about all that Apple jazz. But yeah, we're going to be at Res
We are.
when this podcast
week.
drops.
Tomorrow.
So When this podcast drops,
Today.
we will be there. It'll be today. 'Cause
Today.
It's Thursday that we put it out nowadays.
We're in two places at the same time.
Magical beans.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get down there. But we will be...
I'm coming. I'm fucking coming. I didn't think I was. I thought it was next week.
We're going to play round 2 of #WhereTheFuck's Dave. Yeah!
So, we will be talking all about that next week. So, definitely come back and join us then. Anyway, thank you for joining us. And I should actually probably wrap it up properly, shouldn't I?
You went to the last.
Use
I
the
did.
words.
I did.
Use the words. The words work.
It's been so long since I've done it. If you'd like to take part in our conversation, you can either post on our Facebook wall at facebook.com/GameOverYear.
You can tweet us at @GoOverYear.
Our email address is contact@gameoveryear.net.
And obviously the most important place is our website, which is gameoveryear.net. Thank you for joining us, and until next time,
Game over, yeah.